Yo, what's going on, guys? I finished the machine, I finished the service, and now I did all my samples. Now I gotta do the computer work. But other than that, everything for the machine is done. I just gotta do the paperwork on the computer, and that's it. Um, my voice sounds like this because I got sick about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I got sick, and apparently, I'm still sick. I haven't tested myself for COVID, so who knows? I thought it was just a cold, but my voice just got worse. Like today, I woke up and I could try to talk normal, but that's forcing it. See, I'm a try to talk normal now, but it sounds funny. So yeah, I sometimes out of nowhere my voice does get better, but then again, it's I guess the more I use it, the more it sounds funny. So it is what it is. So talking about my bike, I have a 2010 Ninja ZX14, Kawasaki Ninja ZX14. It's the first gen, and recently I went on a ride. I went on a ride. My girlfriend went on her car. We just went for a ride, and I started having issues, and it was hesitating. I took off at a light and immediately lost like power to the engine. Not electronic power, but just engine power. And as soon as I gave it gas, wham, it lost power to where it jerked me forward. And obviously I tried to figure out what it was, and it kept going normal, and then it happened again, and then it was like having hiccups. Rode it like that all the way home. So now I gotta figure out what it is, if it's a fuel issue. So today I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna check the spark plugs, the air filter, make sure, eventually clean this, clean the fuel injectors. I'm gonna check to see if it's obviously we start with the easy. We start with the spark plugs, see how the engine's looking. Check clean the fuel injectors, check for compression, and check the resistance and the coils, and we'll go from there. But I'll start with the spark plugs, which is the easiest thing. But because the way the bike is built, 5, 4, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because of the way the bike is built, what's going on? Glading, and because of the way the bike is built, 2, 3, 4, I have to take the tank off, obviously the gas tank off, but there's a frame. I think it's the subframe or the upper frame or the main frame of the bike, and I don't know if I have to remove that because underneath that frame there's a little gap this much. So this is the frame, right? It goes over. The gas tank is on top, then the frame, and then the engine sits right here. So there's like no space to get in between to change the spark plugs. There's like this much, and you know how you have to put the tool in and take it out. The tool's not gonna fit. So I haven't done it. This is gonna be my first time, so it's probably gonna be crazy or hard. Let's hopefully not. And because when you look in the service manual, it says that you either have to remove that frame or remove the engine through the bottom, and all of that sounds hard. So I'll start with the spark plugs, air filter, fuel injectors, compression, resistance. Hopefully it's just like the spark plugs or something. I don't feel like it being something else. But it happened before a long time, but then it stopped. But then it started happening now very bad. So it could have been just bad gas. I always put premium, but who knows? So that's gonna be the deal. Thanks for the like, whoever gave it a like. But that's what I'm gonna try. So that's gonna be the deal, you know, removing the fairings. What else do I gotta do? I do have lights. I had lights installed in the back, like glow lights, and they're the ones I bought. They were old, like they were new, but they were like a very old style, and it gives it such a different look. You know, it's not like the new ones where they sell like pods that you just stick to it. This ones were old and nice, but after our accident over a year ago, like last year in April, the lights stopped working. So I have to try to figure out what caused it for the lights to go bad, because they were working fine until I took it to the shop. After the shop, I got it back, the lights weren't even working. So I don't trust that shop anymore. They didn't do what they were supposed to. Last time I went there to buy a oil filter and the oil for the bike, they gave me the wrong oil filter, and I didn't question it because they're a shop that, you know, I told them my year and everything. They asked, gave them all the information, they came out with the filter. I'm like, okay, cool. You didn't expect to be the wrong engine oil filter. I told them, they said you could come, we'll replace it, but I was already at home. I didn't want to go all the way to the shop, so I just went to the local auto parts and got that K&N oil filter. I gotta buy new fairings for the bike as well. Thanks for the like. Hell yeah. I have to buy new fairings eventually, because like I said, once we got in the bike accident, it got reported to the insurance. The insurance wanted to total the bike. I didn't want it to get totaled, so we sent it to the shop. But then the shop took like months for it to get fixed. And they said that it needed to have like the forks and a bunch of other stuff that didn't make any sense. So finally, after like 3 months or 4, I got my bike back. They didn't change fairings, they didn't change the levers, they didn't change a bunch of stuff, which kind of made me mad. I was like, man, my insurance just paid you, it was like $8,000 for them to fix it. The only thing they changed was like one fairing, which was the one that caused the accident, the one in the front, the cowl. What else did they change? I think that was it. And the forks that they fixed, apparently. And that was it. They didn't change. They were supposed to change a tire in the front. And I mean, I can't do anything. I couldn't really complain to the insurance. They wanted to total my bike, and I didn't, so that's what I get. But I mean, a year later, I go buy an oil filter. They give me the wrong oil filter. It don't make a lot of sense. Hey, Market, thanks for the loaner roll up. What? Who is Marcus? What is going on? You got the wrong person or something. Cat inspect. So yes, after that, I got the fuel. Like I'm not the fuel, the engine oil filter. But I don't think I'm going back to that shop after. Because ever since I got it from that shop, I feel like the bike hasn't been. No, it's you. But ever since I got the bike back from the shop, it hasn't ran the same. At least I feel. There's something going on with the suspension ever since they did the forks, and it goes everywhere. It shakes, it vibrates, and I don't like it. What the? RH. What is? But yeah, so now I have to. But yeah, that's the reason I need new fairings. It sounds like you have a piece of shit bike. No, it's actually pretty good. Look at my videos, you'll see it. But like I said, it's all this happened after the accident. But what I have to check now is since it's having the misfires that happened on, when was it? Sunday. I have to check to see if it's the spark plugs or the fuel injectors. No. What else? Once I do that, everything should be good. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Once I get home, I'm gonna start taking everything apart, make sure that I have to do this actually. I have to get everything figured out. But it could have been just bad gas. Everything was running good after. Like I said, it happened to me before a long time ago, and then it stopped happening. So let's just hopefully it was just bad gas. Bad gas. What else do I gotta do to it? I mean, is it a moped? No, it's a sports bike. Sports bike. Mopeds are like mopeds. Nothing against mopeds. I had like a couple of them. A scooter, mopeds. They call mopeds if it's 49cc. Scooter if it's over 49cc. A sport moped. You can get stuff for it now before it gets really bad. Yeah. So you could tell it doesn't really bother me. I know it's getting bad. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. I took a haircut the other day, very low, basically bald, and this is how it grows. I let it grow. Once I let it grow, it starts filling in all these spots, but it is what it is. Can't beat my genetics. Here, let me mute this very quick. All right, we're back, guys. Thank you. What's going on? Thanks for the like. Hey, sport moped? No, a sports bike. sports bike. See, on my mobile, 700 you. All right. Required. So yes. So yes, I've been thinking of PM. I was gonna make a video of a review of the bike myself, because when you go online and you look up all these reviews, they skip over things that I consider important about the bike that they don't tell you on the videos of their review. So I think I'm gonna make a video talking about it, especially in the handling. You know, if you're gonna go to one of these big bikes, just know that the handling, it's not gonna be it. You know, it's can we use N-word here? I mean, you can use whatever you want, you know. I cannot use whatever I want. I get banned. I got my first strike, but I've been shadow banned a couple times already, so not for that, but for other stuff. But I guess I'd rather not. Don't say it. Do you say that word? No, I do not actually. I do not. I don't plan on to, and there's no reason for me to. Nope. Yeah, so yeah, and anyway, so I was gonna do the review of the bike and talk about the handling a lot. The handling is not the best if you compare it to a sports bike like a 1000 or a 600. When you take a corner or a turn, the bike just takes the turn by itself, basically nice and smooth, no issues. When you take it with the ZX14 or like the Bullseye, it feels like you're gonna tip over, or the bike is just gonna fall because it feels so heavy. They don't talk about that a lot. And the other thing I was gonna talk was about who owned the bike. A white man? I don't know. I own it now. I don't know who was the owner. I got it from I'm the second owner. I got it from a dealership, which that dealership bought it from Texas. So from Texas to here, and then I bought it. The bike had problems, which I fixed. Had cooling issues. It was overheating. I fixed it. Ran great. And then once I got tipped over a year ago, it started having a lot of issues. Not a lot of issues, but some handling issues. Or maybe it just feels stiff. I think it's just I have to mess with the suspension in the front. It just feels stiff. Did the dealership have any black employees? What? Well, the guy who I was talking to, he was like Spanish. He was brown. He was brown. And not the mechanic. They didn't have a mechanic, believe it or not. It was a white guy. It was a white guy and a Spanish guy, I guess. They were in there. That's all I know. believe it or not, it was a store where they sold a bunch of cruisers, but they had like one or two sports bike. And I was supposed to buy a car that day, and the people weren't answering. So I got bored, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just stop here. And I stopped at this dealership just to look at bikes, pass the time while I look for a car. And then they were like, "Oh, you want to try?" And I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm waiting for somebody to answer so I can buy a car." So I'm just here, making time go by. Eventually, I ended up doing the application just for funds, anyways, and I ended up being accepted right there for a very low down payment. I'm like, no way. I didn't even have good credit. And they accepted it, so I took it, and I ended up leaving with a bike instead of a car. Do I regret it? No. I have a car now. So. Yo, thanks for the like. Let's go. But yeah, I mean, the bike had issues, but it got fixed quick. So that's the deal. Eventually, I want to get another sports bike, like a 1000. I don't mind the 600, even though a lot of people talk a lot of crap about it being you have a girl's bike. A 600 will definitely be enough if you ever think about it. A 600 is definitely enough. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is this all you do is talk about your broken bike all day? Stop live streaming and fix the thing already. Well, actually, I went on live earlier and I was doing work on an excavator. That's what I was doing, just showing around what I was doing. And I stopped it because I had to finish faster. Once I finished, I said I was going to be done and do live again, and here I am. And since I don't have a machine to show you, I just decided to talk about whatever I'm doing next, which is doing my services and talk about the bike, because that's the next thing in my schedule. That's the next thing I gotta do. I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. But hey, thanks for the traction. I like to borrow your lights. Huh. Who the hell are you? Do I know you? Let's see. Alright, brother. One more comment, you're going on timeout. Alright, so I got 5 to 6, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 12, 30. Right, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 12, 30. Yeah, that's it. Pretty easy. Why timeout? Streamer is our age, a white guy. What is going on here? You guys are confusing me. Let me figure out what's going on. Okay, so this guy, don't know who this guy is, our age. And then Brian, I'm from Antarctica. Is Antarctica even real? We could go there. Okay, so now what the fuck do I do? I finished everything. Today we're sponsored by Chips Ahoy's. Chips Ahoy's, great cookie whenever you're done doing your job and talking all this bullshit. Kidding, not sponsored by Chips Ahoy. Snapple apple. Oh, here we are, guys. Let's see. Cool. Right. Well, I'm done doing my work duties, so we'll see you next time. Thanks for the likes.